Hello and welcome back to a foreigner and family in the Philippines. And I'm over here trimming some Gemalina trees. Actually, there are just two Gemalina trees here. I thought it'd be good to take a video of them because Gemalina is a agroforestry tree that's planted here for various wood purposes. It is a hardwood, however, it's considered a softwood when it's not cut at full maturity, which it oftentimes happens here. And I was under the impression it was a hardwood. I had purchased doors for the house that were, I'm like, oh, Gemalina, I know that's a hardwood. Well, it's not necessarily a hardwood. And I was wondering why it was all nicked up with filler, with fillers in it and stuff. I just thought that was the kind of the quality of the wood. But what I got was I would not use those for exterior doors. I'll just use those for interior doors. And I trimmed that one. It's behind the bananas here. And then this one right here. I actually did a better job on this one. And when I'm pruning for this is a whole different type of prune. When I'm pruning the fruit trees, I'm just fanning and thinning out. But for this type of pruning, where I'm trying to eliminate every any branch that's not the main branch there, the main trunk going up, then I want to go, when I have a short ladder, I want to go all the way to the top and work my way down, so that way I can get a little bit higher. Like, that's a much better job. This first one, I only got as high as the ladder, and then I was like, started cutting branches, and then I couldn't get up to get those top ones. So that one is leaving. But the reason I actually cut these is because, one, we planted some bananas here, which the shade is good and great actually. These on this little slope here had a little shade. They're doing a little bit better than some of the ones up on the top of and over there that had no shade. So that's good. And I got by without crushing too many of these, but I crushed that one a little bit. What else? And this one over here, I've still got to dig him out. Kind of a large branch hit that one over there a little bit. But these trees grow really fast. I'm sure that I made a video. I'm not sure if I made a video of it actually, but I'm sure that I pruned them last year, and they were like little. Like, it was almost like I was going to just chop it down with my machete, and I was like, nah, you know what? I got a little Gemalina tree over here. I'll go ahead and let it grow and see how they do. But my goodness, they grow fast. This thing is really tall right now to be probably a little bit thicker if I had been a little bit better on the pruning there. So I'm just trying to clear some of these branches out of the way. It's a different process than like in the US. I'd be trying to beautify my yard, I guess, and really put these in nice bundles. But now I'm just kind of looking for where is a good spot, maybe up on the hill where they can decompose a little bit and let maybe some nutrients run off, or collect some microbial life. And then I was even considering, like, at the end, there is a little swale at the lip of that because it was too low, so I didn't plant the bananas down in that little triangle right there next to the rice field, which actually brings me to the rice field. My neighbor Juan did that deal with me. I didn't contribute anything to this one for the pesticide or anything, and he gets 50% of the rice, or he gets half of the sacks of the rice that come out of it. And so that's great. That's going over there. And then if you notice, just past the rice field, there's like a little buffer. I left that little buffer. It's for a border tree of some type. I'm not sure which border tree I'm going to plant just yet. It might actually end up being Gemalina, because I have some mahogany and some teak in other areas. Now, then again, I was looking at the Malave and the red lawaan. However, there are issues with those being endangered endemic species, and I don't want to end up having issues with cutting that down later. But they are both very beautiful hardwoods, and I would like to have a little section of them. And then just beyond the fence, you see the fence there. When I had videos of that, I think maybe my first video was working on that fence over there with just bamboo posts. We've since come back through and added some cement posts. But I just passed that fence. The neighbor has the falcata there. The spacing is a little tight on that, so but they are tall, fairly straight, and those grow fast as well. And that is a softwood used mainly for plywood and paper. Over the last several years, it had been like the high prices had been really high on it. However, they dropped. It looked like this year, maybe the end of last year, on it. So I don't know how profitable the falcata is right now, except that it has gone down significantly. So, but I actually just saw somebody cutting some and hauling it away. Oh, I had a little visitor there for a second. I'm going to see if I can keep him for the video. Oh, there he goes. And I see a lot of folks that do the videos where they're like, oh, we planted these pollinators, which is nice. I mean, no, you should plant various species to attract your pollinators and stuff. However, then I'm also watching that video, and you don't see a single oh, my butterflies. Well, of course my bees, and my bees are all over. I don't even want to see any of those. But as far as the butterflies go, they are really all over the place. Like I can just walk out. I'm just showing this out here, and I see like 15 of them. And if I actually go by the water, I'll see just a amazing amount of dragonflies. And dragonflies, sorry butterflies, I prefer the dragonfly, because the dragonfly, they'll actually eat the mosquitoes, the mature mosquitoes, in mid-flight, and the larvae will eat the dragonfly larvae will actually eat the mosquito larvae, as well as other insects. Now I'm talking my smack about showing off my butterflies, and it's not as prevalent. Maybe as the day goes on, they'll get going. But I like just looking out here, I see like 20 of them. But anyway, what was I going on about? Oh, just pruning these 2 Gemalinas. Glad I finally got down to that. It was like when you were walking up this row of banana, it was like walking through a cave. It was really dark. It was maybe a little bit too moist of an environment. So I just wanted to open it up and kind of prune them, see how these do. And I'll get that little area cleaned up. I'll move up here. There's some jackfruits and some meringue that need to be cleaned up, and then some mahogany a little further down. And I'd like to get on those mahogany just because that would be a good wood to have later on. And they're young enough to where the branches coming off them aren't so huge yet. But these are the bananas we had planted. I'm trying to think. Yes, these were the tissue cultures. These are definitely the tissue cultures here. And I've got this row of banana here, and then I've got a row of 6, or a space of 6 meters to the next row, a space of 6 meters to the next row, and the same deal here, a space of 6 meters. And I do plan on coming back through here and running down a row of cacao trees. I'm going to use 6 meter spacing on those as well, down the line. And then after that, like on this side, then the next row over of the banana is only 3 meters apart, and then the next row over there is only 3 meters apart, and it repeats like that. That's just another look at it, and it's good because we'll be approaching the dry season, getting towards the end of the rainy season. So these bananas will provide a little cover for the cacao. And we're checking on some prices and where I have to go to get those. Davao being the ideal place to go, as long as we can still travel with the whole COVID-19. So that was just a look at what I'm doing today. I'll go ahead and end her there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.